Welcome to Green Pistachio World, eco-fanatics and aspiring builders. Today, we're going to explore the fantastic world of sustainable construction, a topic that stitches together our dreams of a greener planet with bricks and beams. Did you know the construction industry is like a colossal giant, responsible for 39% of the world's total carbon emission? That's a whole lot of concrete and carbon dioxide. But there is a solution. Annually, the world spends a mind-boggling $10 trillion on construction, with India's share being a substantial $650 billion. We're not just making buildings, we're building a future. Incorporating sustainability into the built environment isn't just an option, it's a necessity for climate action to ensure that the skyscrapers of tomorrow have a mere shadow of the carbon footprint that they carry today. Now let's sprinkle in some inspiration from COP29, the Global Climate Conference. This year's theme, Building a Resilient Future, brought nations together under one roof and introduced two game-changing initiatives: the Intergovernmental Council for Buildings and Climate, or ICBC, and the Global Alliance for Buildings and Constructions, or Global ABC. Their mission? To carve a sustainable path forward by setting new standards and financing targets that push the sector into a new era of resilience and responsibility. Sustainable construction is the hero of this story that will save the day and ensure that this future is healthier, cleaner, and greener. To help us navigate this landscape further, let's meet Pranati Shroff, the visionary founder of Sustain and Save. Pranati is breaking molds and making waves with her commitment to eco-conscious construction solutions that transform blueprints into planet-friendly reality. It's great to have you join us, Pranati. So quickly, before we get into the nitty-gritties, tell us a little bit about what Sustain and Save does for your clients in a nutshell, because we're nuts about sustainability.
So I'm an architect by profession and I did my master's in sustainability in 2012. So I always wanted to work with the built environment, and you would say, why the built environment? Because the construction sector is almost responsible for 40% of the total environmental impact that happens. That's where my passion for the built environment began. Moving to what Sustain and Save does as a company, we are a one-stop solution on sustainability. Today, there is so much, but we are a solution provider and we help you reach your goals in the sustainability sector.
What would you say is the impact of using green building materials on the health and wellness of occupants?
Let me ask you a simple question. How many hours do we spend inside the house or in our offices?
So for me, I spend all my time at home. I hate going out.
Because we spend almost all our time indoors.
Right.
And the entire green building story, when we look at it, so it's divided into 5 sections. One is site, which is or dharti. The other one is water, jal. So jal is very important. Energy. So all our electricity, all our air conditioning, all our greenhouse gas emissions is all about energy. Then we come to indoor air quality. And finally, materials. You have a VOC content. Now these materials leave toxic gases, which is very harmful to us and it can lead to cancer. A green project or working with green buildings is that you should use low VOC paints or low VOC adhesives, low VOC sealants. So many interior spaces, specifically when you talk to all the big brands, they'll say, we want to do a green project and we want to use occupying spaces which are green. And why do they say that? That's because indoor air quality is very important.
So is it a mandate now to be using low VOC materials? Not yet.
So in India, not yet. Internationally, a lot of countries have put these values like what should be the VOC content.
Right. Well, we look forward to having it as a mandate so that every single building, every single new construction, or even when it's a refurbishment, can have low VOC compounds to make sure that the indoor air quality and therefore the health and wellness of its occupants is well looked after. Can you give us some examples of sustainable construction materials and a little bit about why or how they're eco-friendly or sustainable in nature?
There is something known as Green Pro certification. So all these products which come under the Green Pro certification are kind of assessed and put together, and they kind of stand the test for being eco-friendly.
So you mentioned green certifications as one of the services that Sustain and Save provides to their clients. Can you tell us a little bit about what they are and what they signify?
Any new construction industry can take up and get them certified. So there is something known as IGBC, Indian Green Building Council. Then there is USGBC, US Green Building Council. Then we have a rating developed by the government, which is Green Rating for Integrated Habitat Assessment. The most interesting thing that I would say is that the government is also promoting green construction in a big way, because they're actually offering incentives to the developers who wanted to go green. If I had to talk about Maharashtra offers 3%, 5% extra FAR and 7% extra FAR to projects which want to go silver, gold and platinum, being the highest certification any project can get. We are very passionate when you talk about the built environment, and we really help developers or even industry to go net zero today.
Yeah, we can see that passion right here. Now let's talk a little bit about the elephant in the room, or should I say the emissions in the room. So how can incorporating sustainable construction practices contribute to mitigating climate change?
Carbon emissions is what you're talking about, and climate change, even a bigger word. So I think both of them actually can't be mitigated overnight.
So with COP29's pivotal announcements, how do you think that it's going to contribute to the future of our built environment?
I think there is a thought, there is something known as wanting to make a difference, and India's working towards it really hard.
Your enthusiasm is contagious. And how do you see India contributing to the Global Alliance for Building and Construction?
We are building a tomorrow together, collaboration, working together, creating impact, the world coming together at a single place and creating a world map for a better tomorrow is equally important. Every step together is going to make impact, and whether it is the consumers, business, government, everybody has to come together to ensure that we only don't talk about sustainability, but we implement it in our lives, in our practices, and in our policies to make a better and a brighter future for our children.
That's fascinating. So tell us, what are your takeaways from COP29? What do you think are the key challenges?
There is so much of new technology that has come in. Hence, the cost of construction has gone down. There is a cost story which one must look at, an operation story, and definitely opportunities.
That's really encouraging. Not to mention that it also enhances the health and wellness of occupants and just human beings. That's more than enough motivation, don't you think? So we can all just keep calm and carry on building, sustainably, of course. To our audience tuning in, what is the parting message that you would like to give?
We don't need to part, we need to work together. And I think it's about building one stone at a time, building sustainable stories together. So work for the future, live in the present, make an impact. What we build today defines our tomorrow.
That's some serious inspiration. Thank you so much, Pranati, for sharing your insightful vision. It's just been such a pleasure to have you with us and spending these few minutes chatting with you about sustainable construction and incorporating this very important message into our built environment, something that's important not just today, but tomorrow as well for generations to come. Thanks so much. We do look forward to seeing Sustain and Save grow and continue to make its mark. Thank you. If you're feeling enthusiastic about starting your sustainable journey and want to know more about sustainable practices, go check out the Green Pistachio website and find whatever you need to help make that happen. Don't forget to subscribe to the Green Pistachio channel for all things sustainable. Hit the like button and let's continue this green journey together.